Hello and welcome back to Improved You. In today's video, we will be looking at how to overcome a semen retention relapse. We will be mentioning certain aspects and practices that can help you to overcome this difficulty of relapsing. We will also be mentioning some of the cons you might be facing in case of a potential relapse, but don't worry, it's nothing serious. You might be asking yourself, what is semen retention? Well, lucky for you, we already have a video on that matter called 7 Reasons to Join the Semen Retention Club. Click the link in the description if you haven't checked it out already, and come back when you're ready. Anyway, onward with the video. Semen retention is what's known as the practice of non-ejaculation. It has been practiced in many cultures under many different names and brings many beliefs such as better energy levels, muscle growth, women's attraction to you, etc. Although this is a recommendable practice if you want to feel like a new man or just want to better yourself in certain aspects of your life, sometimes we don't always come through with what we promise, especially if it's something as difficult as non-ejaculation. One of our biggest challenges with a semen retention relapse can start with pornography. As men, our sexual exploration is a bit more open than women. Although we have the same opportunities to be exposed to pornography, be it either reading dirty magazines or watching pornography videos, to us men it can become more than a one-time thing. Most pornography exposure can start as early as 14 years old in men and women. We as men even become something like an addict at this age. Anything having to do with sex and the opposite sex also becomes a constant thought in our heads. This leads us to another challenge, which is sexual acts with your partner or yourself. Sex and masturbation are a natural thing and obviously something pleasurable, but sometimes you have to make some sacrifices to get to your main goal. This doesn't mean that you have to give up on these sexual acts altogether, but more like you have to find a middle ground so you and your partner can enjoy each other, but without letting go of your main goal. Which leads us to another one of our main challenges, which is self-control. Self-control is another important part in this practice because it helps us challenge ourselves with temptation and the consequences that come from it. While we may fall in a semen retention relapse every once in a while, we have to find ways to help us overcome these obstacles. So in a moment, we will be mentioning some recommendations to overcome this type of relapse. Before we dive even more deeply into the subject, are you enjoying the video so far? If you are, we'd like you to take the time to like the video and subscribe. If you enjoy this type of content, and if you really enjoy our content, ring that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Now back to the video. Recommendation number 1. If you want to keep that mean streak of non-ejaculation and avoid or overcome a semen retention relapse, stop watching porn. As mentioned before, porn can become very tempting when carrying out this life-changing practice. We as men are hardwired to desire sex, so it becomes a bit of a challenge to try to take it head-on or go cold turkey from one day to the next. Take it slow if it has become something of a habit. It's not a race, so don't worry if it doesn't come out right the first time. What you can do to avoid porn is to sell or throw away your secret stash to keep yourself from looking at them. Lock up all those dirty sites on your phone with a password and forget it. Lock up all the channels on your cable service that have porn in them. Recommendation number 2. Practice some self-control. Although we think and we act based on our intelligence, sometimes temptation gets the better of us. That is why we practice self-control, to not give in to these urges that make us want to quit. Here are some things you can do to help you on your journey. Measure your progress. If you don't want to go cold turkey, try taking baby steps. If you had the habit of masturbating twice a day, try only once a day, then once a week, etc. While you do this, measure your progress so it gives you a positive boost to keep on keeping on. Also, give yourself a goal so it works like a type of motivation. Learn how to manage your urges. Although we have urges, and more if you have a long streak, try to drown these urges by replacing them with something productive like exercise. Prioritize what you want to get out of the semen retention. Always have your goal on your mind so you can remind yourself on why you're doing this. Communicate with your partner. It may be hard to talk to your partner about these types of things, but try to communicate with them so that they can help you on your journey. Some men have reported that the practice of edging is really helpful with your partner or when you're alone and is detrimental to the semen retention. Remember to like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video so far. Ring that notification bell so you can be notified on new uploads, and check out our other videos while you wait for those new uploads. Recommendation number 3. Try again. Don't beat yourself up about it. We're not perfect, so you may have some setbacks every once in a while, but don't worry, it happens to the best of us. Don't think of yourself as a failure, or don't think that because you slipped up once means that you don't deserve a second chance. Just get up, try again, and maybe you can break your own record. But what happens when you've reached your goal and have gotten everything you want? Well, you should reward yourself, so go ahead and celebrate. You shouldn't keep yourself so bottled up that you're not going to allow yourself to enjoy a bit of pleasure, so go ahead and let loose, but just for a little bit. Remember, don't make it into a habit or you'll be back to square one. Cons. Now we are going to be mentioning some of the cons of a semen retention relapse, which can become a bit overwhelming, but remember, it's more of a mental effect than a physical one. First off, you will probably feel an urge to do it again, and that can make your relapse even harder. You might want to go back to your old habits and halt your progress and everything you worked for. You might think that you lost a sense of yourself, or that you can't get up and do it again. You might feel like a certain shine or spark has gone out and that you won't be able to get it back. Some of these things, if not all of them, might happen to you, but don't fret. If you did it once, you can do it again. Just remember to follow the aforementioned recommendations and you'll be A-okay. Well, we hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment below if you have any suggestions for another video or to tell us what you think. We'd love to hear your feedback. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for future videos. Until next time.